Hey, welcome back. Finally, after the recording, I just uploaded that um, to the YouTube.com, my best buddy. So it's named Video One. Come on, don't play it. So I was telling you about this code. This code contains um, so so this QR code function contains five parameters. Number one will be the text displayed in the this text displayed when the user scans. Second will be the image you want to use as a barcode or as a QR code. I'm sorry. The third parameter will depend upon the size. We want to set it to medium. So medium is good. Then this is height and width and length, and so the last of three are very not kind of a good idea in the sense that um, they are not so important, but you really need to add them as they are required by the command or by the function. So we're doing the same now. Again, since we need three QR codes, we will make three QR functions like this, and each function will have a different variable because we want each QR code to display different numbers when scanned, and those numbers will be equal to these variables assigned here: code 1, code 2, and code 3. Now I'll go straight down to my HTML. Here I've made some changes. Now it's gonna be kind of a okay. Yes, I know that's annoying. So here I have changed the method from request to post because we don't want you that requesting. After that, I have removed the amount box. Instead, I have added three text boxes which are invisible because I have set the visibility to none in the styling, so you can't see them. But these three here, you make a first input, second input, and third input. The input is given different names according to the variable, and we want to set each input to display every variable. Like, it is because you can't compare input directly to the variables. Like, you can't compare the code enter to code 1. That's why we are gonna first input the code into a text box and then treat it as a form element. Now this is the basic reason you need to know when you are presenting something or doing whatever. Since you can't compare the variable containing random function with the user input directly, so we have treated the variable which had the random number as a form data. So we could use just simply it as a post, I suppose. So 3 minutes already. I didn't know there were 3 minutes. Actually, I think I will continue since it was just uploaded. So I explained this. I'm explaining it once more time. You can skip 5 seconds, 10 seconds, but you can't compare the user's input with directly to the variable which has rand function assigned. So first we treat the random we treat the variables as form elements, then compare with them each other. So everything else is the same. As I told you, three input boxes are added to treat the code as form, and the amount box is removed, and yeah, nothing else. And the method is changed to post. Now the big deal here, at the first line you say if is set dollar underscore post submit. Now this submit, if I hope you know that this submit is equal to the button you have made in the last line of the form. So now why is set? Is set is used to know if the submit button is clicked. If the submit button is clicked, first of all echo that echo clicked, and then set the code to the code $_post, and set the to user to the request user dot to user to the $_request user, and then I'm sorry, and then code 1 will be an HTML entity, and ah really hard, I know. Let me explain it again. If the submit button is clicked, okay, if the submit button is clicked, first of all echo a message to show if it's working, and then set $code is equals to the form element code. The form element code, see, we are setting the code with the form element code. We are setting the $to user to the to user. Remember, we have removed the amount. We haven't removed the to user, to the person we want to send. We haven't removed that thing, so it's still present. It will still ask for the person whom you want to send. So we set the to user to the form element whom you want to send, in which case it is user. Its name is user. $code 1 for security reasons I have added the HTML entities, so the person cannot use any kind of HTML thing to upload a deface site or whatever. I'm not gonna go on detail about that. I have to I have to sleep also. So in short, I can tell you that this will all stop any hacker or any user entering any kind of the HTML entities will stop any user entering any kind of HTML tags, and it will skip them, and it will treat them as strings instead of the symbols. MySQL escape string is used to bypass if the user inputs any kind of SQL query in the code in the text box. So it's really important for the it's very important for the security purpose. If you are making the login, if you are making the upload file things, it's very important. So we are assigning the code to code 2. Remember, we are dealing with forms here. We are not dealing with any kind of QR codes right now. We are dealing with forms element. If I say $_post code 2, that means this form element with the name code 2. $code 2 is assigned to $_post code 2. I hope you know this much code. I hope your bootcamp taught you about this, Ali, but I don't know if I had to go into detail like that. Now let's just see that. Now let's say, now if $code, if the code entered by the user is equal to the code generated by the random function. Remember, we are assigning the random function to a code 1, and then we are treating the code 1 as a form so we can compare it. So no need to panic. It's the same, it holds the same random number which was assigned at first. I'm going to say random number assigns a number to the code 1 variable. The code 1 variable below is treated as a form to be compared with the user input, or else you can't. So we are saying if $code is equal. Remember, I use two equal signs because if I put three equal sign, it will also look